Welcome to Self-Help Books by Hulda Clark. In each episode, we'll read an excerpt from the books by Dr. Hulda Clark, with practical information about traditional herbal cleanses and the Hulda Clark Zapper, a handheld frequency device that targets many common parasites. To learn more, visit huldaclark.com. Statements by Hulda Clark have not been approved by the Food and Drug Administration, not intended to replace medical care, diagnose, treat, and cure disease. Please contact a licensed healthcare practitioner before attempting any self-health program. Asthma is a very old disease described in the ancient literature. The only progress we have made to date with this disease is to give drugs to soothe the symptoms. Asthma is associated in all 100% cases with tiny Ascaris larvae. As soon as eggs hatch in the stomach, immediately after swallowing filth, the microscopic larvae travel to the lungs, not the intestines. Imagine the distress of lungs full of tiny worms. One tries to cough them up, of course, but in our misguided effort to be polite, we teach children to swallow anything they cough up. Some swallowing is inevitable, and the young worms are back in the stomach, this time to set up their housekeeping in the intestine. Some never leave the stomach, causing children's stomach aches and, of course, a large entourage of bacteria which in turn have their viruses. Most cases of Ascaris infestation also show Bacteroides fragilis bacteria, which, in turn, carry the Coxsackie viruses, brain viruses. Whether or not these bacteria or viruses will thrive in you depends on whether you make a good home for them, namely, have low immunity in some organ. The preferred organs for Bacteroides are liver and brain. Brain tumors always show Bacteroides. The preferred organs for Coxsackie viruses appear to be tooth abscesses and brain. Not everybody with Ascaris develops asthma, even though they always go through a lung stage. Does it depend on the age of the person when the infection develops? Or how many Ascaris are present? Or the time of year when lung infection is present? That innocent cough of early childhood should not be neglected as simply croup. At the first sign of a cough, use a zapper. Pay extra attention to washing hands before meals. Pay extra attention to the animals nearby. Kill their Ascaris with a zapper and keep it up daily, or put parasite-killing herbs in their food. Asthma sufferers become allergic to many air pollutants such as pollen, animal dander, smoke. The production of histamine in the lungs and the vast interconnectedness of histamine to allergies has been well studied scientifically. Although invasion by worms is known to result in both histamine production and high eosinophil counts, over 3, and asthma clients typically have both, they are not routinely checked for worms clinically. They are simply given drugs to enable better breathing. More and better, though toxic drugs, have been developed. But you can put an end to your asthma by terminating your Ascaris infection. Then wash your hands and fingernails with grain alcohol and let no more filth past your lips. Wear plastic gloves for a week to break a nail-biting or finger-sucking habit. For children, wash hands before eating anything, even between meals. Keep fingernails short. Dogs, cats, pigs, and horses all get ascaris. Never, never let a child clean up any vomit or mess left by an animal. This could lead to massive infection, the kind that could result not only in asthma, but seizures. Kill the worms in animal messes before you clean them up too. Never use your dustpan or broom. Use cardboard, newspaper, or anything that you can afford to throw away with a mess. Squirt povidone iodine, available at drugstores, on the mess, even if it's outside, and cover with salt before cleaning up. Discard it in outside trash. Wash your hands with grain alcohol, paying special attention to fingernails. If you are a food preparer, you could infect the whole family if you don't wash carefully. If there is an asthmatic in your family, the whole family should be treated for ascaris with a zapper or with the herbal parasiticides. Even after everybody, including the pets, have been treated, pets should not be allowed in the bedroom of the asthmatic person. Asthma is more than parasitism. It is also an allergic reaction to the pet and to other inhaled bits of matter. Clean the air. Smoke of any kind, fragrance and chemicals of any kind, all household cleaners, polishes, and so forth should be removed. Store essentials in the garage, not the basement, since basement air rises. Clean up the whole house. Persons who must use hairspray or nail polish should do so outside in the summer and in their own rooms with the doors closed in winter. Use a chlorine filter for the water, especially at the shower. Install central air conditioning if possible, with maximum filtering, but never with chemicals added to the filter, and never with a fiberglass filter at the furnace. A room air filter, not fiberglass, is next best. Use it for an hour in the bedroom ahead of bedtime so the air currents can seize. Just moving dust around is worse than leaving it there. Never do dusting when an asthmatic is in the house. Lungs heal quickly when the air is clean and there is no reinfection. The best place to recover is outdoors, away from trees and bushes, or indoors with total pollution-free air conditioning, free of asbestos, formaldehyde, arsenic, fiberglass, pet dander. As your asthma lessens, reduce your inhalers, but always keep them on hand. When you suddenly need them, try to identify your source of reinfection or allergens. Use this experience wisely. Try to understand the recurrence of your asthma. Keep notes. It may take half a year with a dozen recurrences to finally learn and conquer. It will feel great to breathe without spraying yourself and taking medicine. If it comes back a year later, figure out what is happening that's seasonal. A pine tree near the house, a flowering bush, the first mown grass. Stay away from these until you are completely healed. There are traditional herbs for helping lungs. Grow your own comfrey and garlic. Make mullein tea from the dried herb. Read herb books for more help. Dry some for winter use, being careful to do it right and not let it mold. This has been pages 135 to 137 from the book The Cure for All Diseases by Hulda Clark. For more information, visit huldaclark.com.